everybody, I'm back. I had to fix me a drink to take. It's just a little Moscato. It's sweet, but it's that time of day. It's very stressful times. Okay, so where we left off, I started here making a kind of like a mosaic hat out of scrap down here, and then I have another container of yarn from last year that I need to make socks and hats and little tops and things that I've never made before. Even though I'm a little round in the middle because I'm all trapped indoors, if I can drop a little bit of weight, I want to try to make some tops as well that'll be really cute for the summer. And summer's just around the we're just about halfway around. And I'm just gonna keep with this pattern, and then I'll come back on the same row with a different color and fill in these little holes. That gives you the little mosaic pattern. Oh, let me take a little sip. Mm. Oh, that's good. Ooh. scatter all the way around. Bring it in closer so you can see it. So just gotta fill in that little bit and then we'll change the color. Oh, I'm out of yarn. Double color. I'll have to add this one. Yarn ball went out. I'm glad I had some extra red. So we'll just kind of knot it and try to hide it from the inside. Okay. We'll just keep it. See, I just knotted it right there. That's why we call it, recycle yarn. So we're just using whatever leftover yarn we find. You can take blouses apart, or there's no real rules to it. Okay. We're almost finished with this row. Then we'll just change the color. I'm just going to connect that with a single chain going across, and that'll give me 1, 2, 3. We'll cram 4 into that little space of another color. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough to connect that. And that's all we got to do there. So we got the whole row completed. You see it? And so where the gaps are right here is where the mosaic changes the color pattern. So it hides this little piece right here because you're covering it with a different color. And the only thing you're going to see is these little blocks here. And then it'll be a different color here, and then it'll be the red here, and another color here. And that's how you do your mosaic pattern. Then after you do your mosaic pattern, I usually do like a single of another color, and then repeat a strip of a solid color, and then go up and do another strip of a single color, and then a mosaic. So it'll be kind of scattered. And there's no, you can do as many single colors if you want. There's no rules to it because this is just basically using up scrap fabric. Scrap yarn. You know. So this is a great way to recycle and have a very unique looking hat. I'm actually going to add a big flower to this one that I've already made, and it's a giant sunflower. So this one's going to have a sunflower on it. So I'm going to make sure I put lots of browns into this pattern in burgundy colors because it'll help blend that big flower when it goes on. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to open the window because I need some extra air. Let's see here. Ooh. go open the kitchen window too. So, since this whole coronavirus thing has started, I've been stuck in the house. So, this was a way for me to get caught up on all of my crafting projects. And so, I had all of these yarns that were just sitting around, and scrap yarns, and little rolls of yarns that I needed to start making projects with, and I've had nothing to do but just study, tie, and crochet, and play with my animals, and that's about it. Like, that's my whole life, and it's different. I'm not used to this much being at home and not working and stuff like that. But I guess this is the new normal until they get a hold of what's going on with the virus. It's killing a lot of people. So this is what we got to do, and this is why I'm drinking this, just to keep the stress level down. It's Moscato. It's a and I got it from my brother. And I really like Moscato. I don't really drink a lot, but whenever I feel like extreme tension or I need to unwind when I'm wearing a lot, a little glass of this really helps. Mm. So let's go ahead and we're going to cut the yarn. I always cut the yarn before I change the color, and then I just woven in this into the, hide this in the next yarn space. So where's my scissors? I'm going to go ahead and cut. We can put this red back up. Most of these yarns I got from a thrift store. I try not to buy from crafting stores and stuff like that. I try to use as much recycled material as possible. And when I just can't find a color, then I'll break down and go buy it at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or somewhere like that. But normally I generally don't shop in those places. I usually get my yarn from either taking something apart, like a blouse. Um, this actually came from a blouse. It's just little strips of color with little sequins in it. I don't know if you can see the sequins in it. And then I usually just add a yarn to it and just blend it around. And I pulled a blouse apart and rolled it up on like a little bottle. And this bottle had like some sort of, oil or something in it. Hi, Melody. You're the first person to come in and say hi. Welcome to my crafting channel. I'm so happy you're here. And I do apologize. I'm in the woods, so this camera freezes up a lot. Welcome to the crafting room. It's just chatting. I was stressed out from all of the stuff going on with the Corbin B19 or whatever this virus is called. I call it Corona. I'm from Arkansas. Where are you from? I'm going to add yellow. There's enough here to go around. One round of yellow. I think I have enough to finish that off. This is just scrap yarn. Yeah, I'm from Arkansas. Where are you from, Melody? Okay, so I'm from Derhardan. I'm from Derhardan. Is that in Asia? What are you doing? Oh, I'm making hats. Hold on, let me see if I can get it chat down again. I'm making a hat. This is kind of like a mosaic print. Can you see it? I have nothing to do, nowhere to go, so this is what I'm doing, and then I'm drinking a little Moscato. Yep, in Asia. I love it. So I'm assuming Dehradun is near somewhere near India or Pakistan in that region. Am I correct? Nowhere because of, yep, in India. Oh my God, I love it. I need my Mahindi, I need my sari wraps, I need my Mahindi on my hands, I need my bangle beads, I need all of my Indian traditional princess clothing, thank you. I love it. Oh, and I need my Bollywood music too so I can dance. Thank you. Everybody loves India. Ooh, don't fall. There we go. I think I got it back. Oops. Do one more here. Tap that just in case. Oh, feels good. The air is finally blowing. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in these little sections here. Well, it looks really nice with this yellow. Yellow and red. I really like it. I'm having to add just a little bit more extra rows here just to kind of fill it in, but that's okay. It just makes the hat look a lot better. I think I hid the yarn pretty good. So you can't see the red. See, I hid the yarn? And this is the right side. See? It says Salam Alaz. Hello. Hi. Welcome to my crafting channel. Where are you from? think there's a lot of Asian people following me because I watch all of those Thai movies and I am obsessed with the Thai films. He's in Iraq. Oh my God, he's so far away. I'm in America. America's so far from Iraq. I'm Iraqi. And so far we got this first section done. So you can see it's like a little pattern for the hat. So it'll have different colors. It says, do you believe in God? Okay, I do believe in God. Why would you ask me that? Can we have such a conversation? Well, this is a crafting station, so we're just talking about crafting. But if you want to talk about God, go right ahead. I'll try to answer your question the best that I can. And I'm glad that you're here to talk because not many people come to talk with me. All the way over here in America, we have all of these problems right now with the coronado virus. It says, what religion do you believe in? Well, to be honest with you, I was raised Christian. Then I met a guy about 10 years, no, 15 years ago. Started dating. He was from the Middle East, or he was from North Africa. He was an Egyptian, and he was Muslim. And I didn't know anything about Islam or about the religion until I started dating him. And in order for us to get married, I had to become Muslim, which I didn't want to, but just because I want to be with him, I agreed. And once I started reading the Quran and learning about the Quran, it seemed very similar to the Christian religion. The stories were the same, the practices were the same, the mosque felt like a church. I didn't really see a difference in the religion until it got to the part about Jesus is the Son of God and and Muhammad was the prophet. Those two stories conflicted, but everything else was the same. So I don't have an issue. I found it the same thing. Like they all kind of have similar stories, so it was hard for me to say I like one and I don't like the other if they have the same teachings. You do see what I'm saying? It says Alhamdulillah. You are on the right path. May Allah guide you. Oh, thank you. I think that Muslim and Islam culture is very beautiful. The hijabs are very beautiful, fashion and beautiful. The people were very nice to me when I was there. I really didn't see much difference. Only in most Middle Eastern cultures, families are very close. I noticed that families were very close, and I love the idea of, the closeness with family, so I really like that. He says so. So what is your opinion about religion? Since you're asking questions, now it's my time to ask you. How do you feel right now that so many people are dying from this disease all over the world? I can't go to work. Nobody's going to work. Everybody's scared. Everybody's buying all the food, buying all the toilet paper here. It's crazy. This is America. I never seen this in my whole life. People scared. It says, but as one of the mightiest messengers of God. Well, he's sending a message to them now. If they don't believe in him now, now's a good time to get to know him. Because They're fighting invisible disease and they don't even know how many people are dying and dying so quickly with this disease. It's so sad. It's so sad. I think even where you are, people are dying. And so if they don't know God, they better start knowing Him really quick. And I can speak for myself too, you know. Not just them, me too, just in case. God, please. I don't really want to die for that way, but if it's His will, that's His will. I hope not, though. My God, I'm praying. It's so nice of you to come and talk with me. I really appreciate that because I don't feel so alone right now. And I'm here by myself with my animals. I didn't think anybody in Iraq would even think to talk to me, but it's so sweet. It says it's God, but it's one of the mightiest messages of God and justice is spreading. Yeah, it's true. I agree with that. Here they don't have supplies for the nurses and the doctors with all the money that they have, these big corporations, and they don't have enough machines to help the people that are sick, not enough beds. They keep begging and begging somebody to help, but the help is so slow. And each day, more people are dying that can be saved. So, but I don't have to tell you that you got your own problems over there in your country. So, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for all the people that's losing their family from this disease. It's so sad. It's getting really dark. I can't see. But I need to ask, are you actually convinced in Islam? Okay, so because I was with that guy for, hold on, let me cut the light because it's getting dark. Look like it's gonna rain. Hold on. I can tell you, I don't know if you know Egypt, but we went to the Khalili market in Cairo, Egypt. It was my first time over there going to this open market where you can buy all these nice, wonderful things. I really loved it. I'd never seen so many people before in my life because I'm from a very small place in America. It's Arkansas. It's not too many people where I live. If you go into town, there's a lot of people, but not that many, millions of people like in Cairo. At the end of the street in the Khalili market, there's a mosque. It's really big and it's called the El Hussein Mosque. In the El Hussein Mosque, you have to take off your shoes, you have to wash your feet. They give the woman this beautiful white um, gown to put on. You know, your hair is covered, of course. And we go inside. It's my first time in there. I never in my entire life been inside a mosque. And I can tell you when I was there to see all the people praying and bowing and showing respect to God, I can feel God in that place. Just like when I'm in an American church and the people are singing, I can feel God when people are crying and and asking God to help them because they don't have enough money for their families. This is the life I understand. So, yes, I believe God is in Islam. Do I think there's bad people in Christianity? Yes, I know there is. Do I believe there's bad people in Islam? Yes, I know there's bad people. But in all of the bad, there is good. When I was there, nobody did nothing bad to me. Everybody was so sweet and so kind and so nice. Better than I get treated here. So you can imagine being a foreigner going to Africa for the first time as American and people looking at you like, oh, that's an American. They know I'm not from there, you know? So, yes, I believe in that. I really do. Actually miss visiting, all the food. I used to love the smells of the bread and the market and how everybody just want to say hello, how friendly people are. I didn't forget it. I didn't stay with the guy. He was with somebody else cheating and he just need the money and all of that. So we separate. It hurt me a lot because I failed in the relationship, but it's okay. He's happy with his whoever she is, and I think they have a baby now. I think they moved to Canada where she's from. She knew about me. I didn't know about her, and that was a problem. And thank God that marriage wasn't legal. I got out of that situation, and I lost my trust that day. I don't trust any guy, but that's how it is. It says, so you believe that Jesus is not the Son of God? Honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like the stories are so close together. How can I deny that one is not the other? Like, maybe both stories are true. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. If all of the stories are the same all the way up until that point, who's to say who's which is which? I guess when I die, I'll find out. I've always thought of Jesus as the Son of God, but when I went over there, Muhammad was the prophet. So I accept it. It's not hard for me to accept a lot of religions, even though they're all different. All of them share a similar premise. Even the Buddhists, they have some similar things that remind me of Islam and remind me of Christianity. I just blend them all together because I don't have time to argue who's right and who's wrong. Who cares? We're all humans. We all have to eat. We all have to sleep. We all have to work to take care of our families. We all want to protect the people that we love. So I don't have time to think about something like that. I just don't. And all of this is going on around the world. Everybody's dying. Don't you see it right there where you live? People dying from this virus. They're dying here. I can't go to work. I'm in America for God. I've never been through this before. It's the first time. So I can't really argue what's about who's rightful person next to God because at the end of the day, when I die, you're not going to be there. Nobody's going to be there but me and God. And if he asked me, well, how come you didn't believe in Muhammad? I'm like, well, I do kind of believe in him. I didn't say I didn't believe in him. I just said I've always known Jesus. But when I got to meet this guy in Cairo, we went to the mosque. It feels the same. It feels like God is there. It feels like Muhammad is close to God. I can't deny him. So I assumed if I was to go to, say, Thailand, for example, and I visit the temple and I meet the temple priest, I can tell you I already believe in that. Like, who am I to say that's not their belief system? Why wouldn't I accept that he's a man? Just like he's got to eat, he's got to sleep, he's got to take care of his family, he's got to pray over people and bless their children and all the good things. Same thing in any other religion. So until I see a religion, now I can tell you some religions I don't believe in, the fake ones. There's a lot of fake ones that I don't believe. But Islam is so big. It's such a big. Buddhism is huge. Christianity is big. Now there's some that are somebody created. I don't believe in those. I don't believe that Elvis is God. And there's some people here that think Elvis is God. There's some people who have a church for Michael Jackson. They think Michael Jackson is a God. I don't think that. So you just have to pick. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what to tell you. In America, there's very many, 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 especially in this state where I live. There's probably 1,000 different religions, and you would never know it. But they're all some of them are very strange. I wouldn't go to that place, but I went to the mosque. The mosque felt like a church, but I wouldn't go to a church for Michael Jackson. I wouldn't go to a church for Elvis or something like this, but I'm telling you, these things exist. It says in Islam, nobody should force you. In Islam, nobody should force you, but honestly, there is something called fitra, human nature. It is something that God has put in us, which means humans by nature believe in God, I think. Yeah, this is true. Oh, hold on, it's starting to rain. Let me get my dog. Cinnamon, honey, you gotta come to the house. It's starting to rain. Lucky, lucky. Come on, honey, because it's pouring down raining outside. Come on. Come on. No, no, no. No, no, no. Get off the couch. You got to lay on your bed. Come on. Lay down. I'll wash for you. Lucky. Inside. Inside, Lucky. Get out the rain. Go on. Inside. Oh, your food. I'm going to leave it right there, okay? I don't think it'll get wet. Inside, Bob. Go on. Okay. Whew, man. Gee, sorry about that. It started raining. So, where were we at? Let me see here. It says humans believe in God, I think, but the thing is says which which God. Well, that's a tough one, you know. I've traveled in Mexico, Canada, I've been in um, Africa, North Africa, and here in America. And everywhere I've traveled, I think that God is always with me. When I meet the people, they seem very kind. I didn't have any real bad experiences with cultures and different people that is nothing like me. And they're always so sweet and so nice and so kind and so happy that I'm there visiting. So if I visit your country, I don't know what to expect because I've never been to, Iranian. But I know Iranian girls. I went to school with them in college, and we always have so much fun together. So I can't even imagine being in Iran and not having a good time. And I would go to mosque and wear hijab and do all of that because I love the life of that. Because the girl I was with her, she gave me a good impression. I don't have a bad impression of Iranian people. She always treat me like her sister, friend, girlfriend. We have so much fun in college, and I miss her. And she has a bunch of kids now, and I don't know if she got married, but she like American, so she got with American guy. But she was from Miami. Um, she have a big family. They're very strict on her though. I think the brothers was more strict than anything. But she moved here to get out of Florida to be close to have her freedom. Her mother wanted her to have freedom to have a life and go to college and not be forced to marry and all of this kind of thing. So it's not my culture. I don't understand, but she always was so sweet, very nice person. And she's Iranian. I know nothing about Iran, you know, just know she is Iranian girl. And it says there are some verses in the Bible that actually talk about Prophet Muhammad. Peace be on him, but you know that the Bible are lost in their only translation. And I believe you. Oh yeah, and I know that Bible, the one that we were taught, somebody messed with it. They changed it, but it was only to control the people, And so yeah, I get it. I understand that. I've I've heard a lot of people say that, and so it's very interesting. I'm not getting very far on my hat because I think it's going to start to storm now. Hope the lightning doesn't come too close. I'll have to put this needle down because this is all metal. I don't want to get struck. I don't want to get struck. That would not be good. So you know that God wouldn't leave us. There's, yeah, they're only in translations. Yes, I know that, and I believe that. But really, um, I don't really like when we were growing up, we went to church a lot. We went a lot, like more than how you guys pray 3 times a day. We were probably praying all day long. And as a child, that's very hard. He sent Prophet Muhammad with the Quran, and he preserved it, and you can check it. A single word has changed. I think the problem for me is that people use religion as a weapon. And what I mean by weapon, they don't allow people to be happy and live their life. I've seen so many people's lives get destroyed, and for me, I don't understand that. That's the part that is hard for me. It's not what's written, it's how people behave. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Watching somebody's life get taken away from them because they don't agree with what you're reading, and you punish the person and you destroy them, you kill them, and do all such horrible things. You justify it with the words in the book, but you yourself is not a God. You're the follower of a God, so you don't have the right to take and kill somebody. And that's where it gets very complicated for me. I think watching how people do in this culture, I'm talking about my culture, uh, they kill a lot of times and they use the Bible as a weapon. And they do the same thing in with the Quran. Even though it's not right, it's wrong. But it happens all the time. And I think that's what makes me not want to asphyxiate myself with Islam or Christianity or anything, because I don't want someone to judge me and how I live, because I know God put me here for a reason. I don't think He put me here for you or somebody else to take a knife and slice my head off, or take out a gun and shoot me how they just shoot you here for no reason. And nobody does anything. They just let them, like you don't even realize you're in America. It's like, what the hell? You just to kill somebody because you don't like them, and your Bible tells you this is okay. And that's where I have an issue. And so I don't say I'm a non-believer. I just don't subscribe to hardcore religion. It just doesn't work for me. And I wouldn't want to be with a guy who his every thought was the words in that Bible. He's just going through the pages of that book, and I'm miserable. I can't be happy. And that's how I was with that guy. He didn't like that I was a school teacher. He didn't like me writing. He didn't want me to learn Arabic. He he didn't want me to meet any people. He just want to just make me miserable. He was a very unhappy person. And I don't know how or if every woman is treated like that, but if that's the way Islam is to women, I don't want that. I wouldn't want someone to tell me I can't read a book, or tell me I can't think and be creative in my thoughts. I can't, you know, hold a job and be happy. I couldn't live like that. And all I ever saw, his mother was a professor at the university in Cairo, and she was so sweet. She could always cook the food for us. She cleaned everything, and she drive 2 hours back to Mansoura, where she lived, and she go home to her family and cook and clean over there. And I couldn't believe somebody could do that. Like, I just can clean for myself. I don't need somebody to do it for me. It says, oh, it says, oh, wait a minute. I did something. What did I do? Show all message. It says, what I'm trying to do is show you that the Quran is the true word of God, and I'm trying to convince you. Oh, I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it isn't. What I said was the Quran has very, very similar stories from what I read to the Bible. And even though the Bible has some things that are different, oh, let me put this down because I just see lightning. I'm gonna have to stop this. um, but I was saying, and that the difference is the stories. Like, all the stories are similar except for the part about the Prophet Muhammad. It's clearly he's acknowledged, but he's not. They don't consider him the son of God. I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm just saying that's where the stories start to conflict for me. I'm like, well, why is this part of the story different, but everything else is the same? I don't understand. So it's very complicated. And for most people who want to argue about who is the closest person to God, I don't know. I wouldn't deny either one just because I don't want to offend somebody. And at the end of the day, it's not that important to me. I just know when I went in the mosque, at least in the Hussein Mosque, it felt like God is there. I don't know what else to tell you. From American person who never been in Islam culture, I can tell you from sitting in there and reading the Quran, it was written in English. I read just a small little version of it. I can feel God in there. And if that's what, I don't know you, but you seem like a prophet, a person who wants to convince people that Islam isn't bad. But I can tell you, it's not the words, it's not some people, but some people use Islam in a bad way. And I've seen those videos where they kill people, they kill the gays, they kill the women who cheat, they stone, and they do all this crazy stuff. But in America, they do the same thing, but in a different way. And they're bad people. I don't think God teaches us to kill each other. I don't think He created us to kill each other. That's why I don't really subscribe to religion so much because of that. That's a problem. And I personally would not want to take somebody's life. And I wouldn't want somebody to take mine because they didn't like me, like the way I look or the way I sound or something like this. They kill people, so I don't know. It's so interesting, though. I'm so glad you took time out to talk to me because it's really interesting. It says, does anyone knows Obama's last name? I thought his name was Barack Obama. That is his last name, right? Trust me, religion is innocent from people's deeds. I agree. I really do. I'm not arguing with you. um, I don't know. It's just an interesting conversation. It's something to think about. And unfortunately, you don't live here, but I can come and talk with you and visit with you and all of that. I think it would be fun for me to know more about you, your life, what it's like in in your country. Because my friend, she wasn't religious. She didn't talk about religion very much. We just go to school together. On the weekends, we go party. And we have a lot of fun. We're all young. We're like in our 20s. So, it was just fun going to school with her. But she's Iranian, I swear to you. And she's such a beautiful girl. I just couldn't believe how lucky I was to meet that girl. We had so much fun. It was my girlfriend. And she still lives here. Um, she has like 5 or 6 kids now, I forget. And she still lives here. I just don't see her anymore because she lives far from where I live, and I don't have a car, so I can't go and visit her. I know where she works and all of that, and so it so makes me so happy. What time is it there? I would think you guys would be in the bed sleeping now. It's only, let me see what time it is here. It's like 2:23 here, and it's raining and storming and all of that. I'm gonna have to close the door here and the windows because I don't want the water to get in the house. So, but I don't think I can do this now that it's raining because I don't have any wood in. So I'm gonna have to stop. I have to stop crafting for now till the storm passes. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this live now because it's storming and I don't want to get struck by lightning. I got to close the windows. But maybe we'll come back later, or maybe tomorrow once the storm has passed, and then we can talk some more. And we'll be crafting and all that good stuff. So I hope you come, and thank you, and alhamdulillah, and you know, I can't remember everything I said in Arabic because it's been so long, but you know, assalamu alaikum, my friend, and you be safe, and I hope we can talk again. I didn't get your name, but maybe the next time you can tell me your name. Bye.